So Colm, tell us, what does this announcement today mean to Touch Football Australia?
Oh, look, I think it's one of the most significant points in our history. It's about looking at launching rather than looking at the past. So it's really about our future and where we're going as a sport, and aligning with the Rugby League and having a look at how we can grow our sports or our codes together is just one of the most significant moments.
What are the hopes for the growth of your game? I mean, you're saying, it's all about building for the future. What are you hoping to achieve from this partnership?
Yeah, I believe strongly that we will be the largest community sporting organisation in Australia through this partnership. I think we're already ticking over the 1 million mark just by signing the agreement and having a look at what we will do together. But the numbers of people that are already playing one version of either of our games is just astronomical. So I believe that from here, the future is that we will be the largest participation sport in Australia.
It doesn't discriminate. I mean, anyone of any age can play?
Yeah, any age, any ability. Actually, I think the ability element is probably what's the most appeal, is that you can find a friend, form a team and actually take the field. So, and start when you're young, and as you've seen, there's some people still running around out there in their late 50s, early 60s that just love the game. So it's just one of those sports that you can play for a whole lifetime.
What does it mean for the young players coming through and their career aspirations?
Yeah, it's a very good point. I think from our perspective, it just has a re-look at how we might run things. We're going to sit down and build the detail now, and central to that has always been our pathway. The discussions have always been around the synergies with state of origins, the natural alignment of competitiveness against New Zealand, so trans-Tasman test matches. So we certainly see that there'll be a lot more profile around the pathway that we offer, and from here I think working with the National Rugby League to actually launch that and provide that pathway for anyone that starts in the game. They can actually take up a rugby league pathway, reconvert back into touch football, hone their skills again, and then relaunch. And then at the end of the day, once they're finished in rugby league, come back and play touch football and never leave that playing field.
Perfect example of that is Cliff Lyon. We spoke to him earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was talking to him in the race before and talking about which game have you done more yards in, and it's an interesting proposition because the games are longer in rugby league, but there's only 6 players in touch football on occasions, there's some 7, etc. But he's represented Australia, done everything in rugby league, and then exited the pathway and continued to play state of origin for New South Wales touch, and then right through to playing for Australia in a trans-Tasman a couple of years ago.
We've also got some of your touch football stars down here today, in Steve Roberts and his cousin Louise. Yeah. They've come up over the years to achieve a lot in the sport as well.
Yeah, famous family as well, the Winchester family. So links then through to Canterbury, but from our perspective, that's what the game's all about. Cousins, sisters, brothers that can participate together, and the fact that they're both our current Australian captains, that's just unbelievable in terms of key role models for the sport. Great, wholesome people, good teachers in the community. They're just fantastic role models.
So how can people get involved in touch football if they're interested?
Look, we would contest there's a competition just around the corner like to every household in Australia. So it's a matter of visiting our website, www.oztouch.com.au or touchfootball.com.au, and have a look. There's a locator there. It'll tell you where to get involved and find a friend and form a team.